Check this story out.
The deadliest prisoner in the world. On March 11, 2005, 33-year-old Brian Nichols was on trial for rape at the Fulton County Courthouse in Atlanta, Georgia. He had been in jail awaiting trial for the alleged rape, kidnapping and assault of his former girlfriend after being denied bail due to the severity of his charges. Nichols had attacked her after discovering she was dating the pastor at their church. That morning, while changing into civilian clothes in a holding area, he overpowered Deputy Cynthia Hall, beating her into a coma and stealing her service weapon and set of keys. Nichols then moved through the courthouse. Using the stolen keys, he entered a room and encountered two case managers and attorney Manny Aurora, holding them at gunpoint and demanding directions to Judge Roland Barnes's chambers. At that moment, Sergeant Grantley White entered the room. Nichols overpowered him in a struggle, stole his firearm, and forced him to handcuff the other hostages, securing 4 people before moving on. Unbeknownst to Nichols, Sergeant White had activated an alarm on his radio. Nichols attempted to dispel the alarm by using the sergeant's radio to call in a false all clear, but deputies were already on his trail. Entering the courtroom, now armed with 2 firearms, Nichols executed Judge Barnes, 64, and court reporter Julie Ann Brandau, 46. He then fled, fatally shooting Sheriff's Deputy Hoyt Teasley at the courthouse entrance. Outside, Nichols carjacked a vehicle, but quickly abandoned it, blending into a crowd and escaping via Atlanta's MARTA train system. That evening, he attempted to abduct a woman, but while Brian scuffled with her boyfriend, the woman called 911, causing Nichols to flee. Hours later, he murdered off-duty ICE Special Agent David Wilhelm, 40, stealing his badge, gun, and truck. The next day, Nichols took Ashley Smith hostage in her Duluth, Georgia apartment. He tied her up overnight while he slept and later allowed her to untie herself. She engaged him in conversation, read to him from The Purpose-Driven Life, and cooked him breakfast. Her calm approach convinced Nichols to let her leave.
Wow, notice, he didn't hard R word this chick. He didn't assault this chick.
Contact her child. She immediately called 911. Police surrounded the apartment and Nichols surrendered without a fight.
I think that judge was just pissed off that this guy likes white chicks.
In November 2008, he was convicted on 54 counts, including 4 murders and multiple kidnappings and assaults. He received multiple life sentences without parole and remains incarcerated at Georgia Diagnostic and Classification State Prison. His crimes led to major courthouse security reforms and inspired the 2015 film Captive.
Yeah, some comments, guys. So, first off, I get sometimes misconstrued with racism because I like Ted Nugent and American flags, and that's so taboo nowadays. It's better to have like a Morbid Angel or a Slayer or a Cannibal Corpse or a Run DMC or a, what's that called? 2 Live Crew. These are all like very vulgar music bands. You might as well have that. But now you know, just like white chicks in California and New York, I totally love blacks, and I'm going to defend this guy. Now, I'm not saying hard R wording or assaulting anyone is cool. I'm just a little bit doubtful of the semantical phrase in this case because I come from Generation X almost. I'm not a Zillennial or Zoomer where nowadays they're so confined to be like, oh, geez, I wore tight, skinny pants today. Will you please hold my hand? Because AOC and politically correctness tells me that I can't do my natural male inclinations and lovingly maraud you. AKA, do you know how many times motherfuckers have had hard makeup sex? I don't know if you know what any of that's about, but trust me, like, you're not going to find that kind of blameless passion on Pornhub, you sick fucks. So, yeah. So that was already his chick to begin with. I'm not saying slaughtering her is a good idea, but this is obviously a crime of passion that, to my knowledge, wasn't recognized by the judge. So I hear, for example, in the case of O.J. Simpson, that his chick, Nicole Brown or whatever, I heard that chick right in front of him was talking about his friends' dicks, always fucking cheating on him with his own fucking friends. Now, I don't know about you politically correct simp ass motherfuckers, not my viewers, not the people who believe in me. You actually have balls of steel. But, like I said, you know how many times motherfuckers in my generation have had hard makeup sex? And, fuck else was I going with this? Crime of passion. As a red-blooded male who just, I guess, you know, with the woes and unfortunatelies of being heterosexual, don't you fucking wish some chick out there loved you that much that she was willing to fucking like, if your wife isn't ready to ride and die for you in that kind of degree, she's whacking off the 50 Shades of Grey and she's gallivanting her ass on Facebook, and the moment you get laid off or, you know, fucking need Viagra or something, she's gonna start really entertaining the other side, the wild side. And all I know is it would be sentimental to me if, like my ex name, her nickname Sarah, if she had that kind of fervent, murderous, homicidal passion toward me. It's like, wow, well, that's the second best thing of winning the fucking lottery. But that shit doesn't exist, as men were replaceable fucking goons. And it wasn't considered in this case that he busted out a crime of passion. And I mean, I'm always talking shit. I love America. I was born Protestant. But for some reason, you don't see this happening in Eastern European countries. It's never like, oh no, somebody's chick hooked up with Father Deacon Ananite. You know, oh man, you know, somebody's chick hooked up with Father Zalaphael. You never. We have an ass backwards country, and it favors being a bitch. This dude loved his bitch so much that he took it so fucking personal that instead of just going to the club and replacing her, he's obviously a man of extreme strength and athletic skill. He's got a lot of shit going for him. This never fucking dawned upon that this is a crime of fucking passion. And that was his bitch to begin with. And the last chick that he kidnapped or abducted, he didn't force himself upon her. What the fuck? So the only chick he forced himself upon was a chick that already had consensual sex with him one day, and he was so filled with rage that he enacted upon jealousy and all these other human emotions that make us fucking human. And you're gonna be so mad, Mr. Judge, because he hooked up with a white chick that you would never hook up with. Like, look, guys, I'm not trying to be like, we all need to get along, okay? I don't just placate to the right. I don't just placate to the left. I try to go in the middle, guys. If we're going to do this MAGA shit and we're going to cleanse our country of immigrants and shit and fucking ideologies we don't want, we need to show that we're inclusive. It has nothing to do with color. This is obviously fucked up. It has nothing to do with colors or demographics. It has everything to do with, are you down with the new Roman Empire, which is the United States of America, 200-something years strong? And that's kind of a tangent, but it was never considered that this dude busted out a fucking crime of passion. And I'm not saying the shit he did is right or whatever, but if I was in a scenario like that, I'm pretty sure I don't want to hurt the chick. I just want to beat the dude's ass. And some people could call it a simp. They're like, oh, the real man's way is just stay on your grind set and go back to the gym and let your chick be a hoe. And you know what? That's right. That's 100% right. But the thing is you gotta admire who the fuck out there doesn't admire the fucking the fucking crime of, not admire, but the crime of passion, but admire the passion that fucking influenced this guy to bust out his crime. So nowadays, it just goes to show you, dude, like you could be a Marine veteran who's seen action. You could be the baddest and most genuine, hardworking motherfucker. But the moment your chick wants to go fuck some other dude and then divorce you and then take all your shit and then tell your kids you're a piece of shit until you have some other dude fucking your bitch in your truck that she's driving and has his fucking spermicidal germs all over your fucking house, like so many days, weeks, or months before you even fucking found out, and you, God forbid, you flip your fucking lid. We live in a day and age where fucking Karens galore are taking your masculinity and forcing you to fuck over your own freedoms for their fucking bitch ass, gentrified, politically correct, docile, neutering, coerced, fucking coerced docility, son of a bitch ass, slave new world. And I don't know who else is getting sick and fucking tired of it, but if you're getting sick and fucking tired of it, and if you want to fucking cuss your brains out and fucking rant and shit like that, please follow me, comment, make a fucking video. Let's go fuck shit up, and let's make a fucking huge, let's make like a huge, like red pill biker gang across the whole world, until the point that it's just too many fools to keep track of, that you have to incarcerate everybody once they, I don't want to incriminate myself. Somebody has to do something, and this is a start. Fuck yeah. Keep on rocking the free world, motherfucker.